All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am offering free trials. I just did a free trial with one member, and this is what he had to say. Yep, I will keep getting better. I'll definitely pay for your service too. Advice on when to buy and sell makes the difference of thousands of dollars. $50 a month is well worth it. What I want you to do, if you want to join the Discord, I can't just drop the link in the YouTube comments because obviously anyone can just jump in. So go to x.com/shadesandtrades. Send me a message with your Discord name and that you want to join the free trial, and then I will send you the link and we'll go from there. That's the best way to do it. So if you're interested, that's what you got to do.
Do you ever just get down on your knees and thank God that you know me?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. Let's talk about Apld stock. So Apld did bounce off of that white line. That white line is the 50 EMA, the exponential moving average. Came down there, bounced off of it. We're not in a bear market, so the 200 WMA, let alone the MA, yeah, those are kind of off the table. We can't really use those, because that's not going to come down there. In a bull market, what happens? Stocks continue to create higher highs, higher lows. So it's going to be a while before we see some of these stocks come back to the 200 WMA specifically. But it is using the 50 as support in this bull run. It acts as support here, bounces. But I don't know about its reliability. I think it should be reliable, because here the 50 EMA not being reliable, in this sideways action makes sense, right? We're going sideways. The EMAs aren't going to be very reliable as a buy signal, depending on how you use it. But in an uptrend, anytime it comes down to that 50 or 200, it acts as a good buy signal. The price touches it, goes under it, it's a buy. And that way you can take advantage of the uptrend. This is an uptrend. You can see it continues to hold up above that 50 and 200. Eventually does, break down and go lower. So that's the difference between back then, this uptrend, and then here, this sideways action. You would expect choppy price action and thus a choppy indicator. So it wouldn't really work that well, is the point. This looks like the beginning of this, right? We get that golden cross on the daily, and we just slowly trend upward. We do pull back, right? We pull back here. We pull back, and then we go higher. So I think we're going to pull back again, and I would look to buy. It would be under 10, really. The whole story with Apld has been buy under 10. At this point. So I would look to buy the 50 EMA, buy under 10. If it goes to the 200, add some more. I don't know why people always lump sum. I've noticed this recently with some people that have been talking, the beginners, or even the more, the people who have been around for like 8 months. They, for some reason, love to lump sum. And I'm like, Like they lump sum, and then like they have no more powder left, no more cash on hand to add as it goes lower. So they kind of screw themselves over, throwing their whole account at the stock at the 50 EMA, and then it goes down to the yellow line, the 200 EMA, and they're like, oh no, I wish I had bought. I don't know. I've noticed it's so weird. I've noticed a lot of people making like little mistakes that don't even really. Just people, I don't know, whatever. All I'm going to say is it's a bull run. Stocks continue to go higher. So it's just a matter of buying the dip, right? So when we get this dip opportunity to the 50 EMA, we're using the white line as our dip buying opportunity. So when it comes down here to like $9.60 to $10, just start buying. Eventually the hype will come back to Apld. This is a cycle. You guys should know this by now. Everyone's excited. Oh my God, AI infrastructure, AI stocks, woo, and then the hype dies off, and then it just rinse and repeats. So You know, the hype just died off and it just kind of, you know, whatever. The hype will come back to this stock and it'll start running again. I think the next run should send it back to 15 and possibly back to 20. Because if we can break 15, we can go to 20. Let's go to the weekly. Hey, I think we should have maybe one red week, touch support, and then bounce. This might create a double bottom, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, we break 15. We go to 20. Cause yeah, 15 is gonna be a big level. 15 to 17. This whole area is just because this was resistance back then. This was also resistance at 17. 15 to 17 is gonna be a big level here. This whole area, this whole zone, and then from there the sky's the limit if we can break past that. Which it can do it, absolutely. I mean, we had a hard time breaking past this big level here. We finally did it, and now we're holding up above it, right? Buyer showed up where it mattered. Let me look at the weekly. Let me look at the daily one more time. The RSI where's RSI support here? I'm curious. 25s, so under 30 RSI. Yeah, the RSI at that point would cool down to 30, interestingly enough. Huh. Yeah, so everything's lining up for a buy opportunity on this. Let me look at the weekly, make sure I'm not crazy. Next, yeah, the RSI can get to like 87. Let's look at the monthly. Huh. Okay, so 3 green months. 1, 2, 3. This is the third green month. You know, it kind of looks similar, right? This is the big spike to the top of the range. And we kind of just consolidate up here. We failed to break out. Here we did break out above it, but really got pushed down by the selling pressure. And so far this month is looking to end barely green. I wonder how it's going to close. But afterwards, after these 3 green candles, it was followed by some downside. Huh. Let's look at the quarterly real quick, see what's going on. Funny enough, on the quarterly, the 200 and the 50 ML are acting as support. It was acting as resistance here. Now it's acting as support. Last time I got a golden cross on the quarterly, we had a massive... That's when we got that big pump to 34 bucks, funny enough. Huh. Yearly time frame, looks like we're trending to the upside in the yearly, right? Slowly. We're not like, you know, having big green ears like Nvidia, right? It's not Nvidia. It's just slowly climbing higher the past 3 years. Nvidia, on the other hand, just as a comparison, you can see the past 3 years, well, let me remove this. Yeah, the past 3 years, this thing has moved. Let's say you bought right at the beginning of year 1. So right at the beginning of January 1st, 2023, you immediately just loaded up 100K or whatever, and you held it for 3 years. You turned, you made 11x, 1,139%. I guess you wouldn't sell right now. You would wait until the year ends to sell. So if you're trading, I guess, off the yearly. For some reason, you're trading off the yearly. I'm going to buy right now at the beginning of the year and then close the position in 3 years or whatever your strategy, 5 years. Which is how you capture the big bucks. But just for comparison, like you can see this trend is much, much steeper, much more return relative to Apld. Like if you bought Apld, we can even measure how much you could have made. Let's say you bought Apld and let's say you sold it at the top of your 800%. So you still actually end up making more holding Nvidia, funny enough. But either way, trend to the upside on the yearly time frame. Let's look at the hourly, see if I can see anything here. Let me reset the view. Man, on the hourly, it loves to act. Huh. I wonder. Here it bounced, here it bounced, here it bounced again. That looks like a bear flag too. Am I crazy? Or is that a bear flag on the hourly? hourly. Let me see right here. Yeah, that looks like a classic bear flag, which should bring it down to like, yeah, so like around 950 to 10. Funny enough, I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but that looks like a bear flag to me. Because the last time we even got a, this is the hourly time frame, which I rarely look at, but I mean, that's a bear flag too. And it dropped, right? It dropped from 9.8 to, yeah, it dropped 60 cents. Let me see, are there any other bear flags on here? I see a bunch of bull flags, but no bear flag. Is that a bear? I guess you can call this a bear flag, maybe. So this one loves to play out these patterns, so you kind of have to respect them, right? If you see a stock and it has a certain pattern that it loves to play out, you have to respect the pattern. Like when you see the pattern, you just have to respect it. You can't just assume, oh, this time it's going to be different. Yeah, there's another one. That one's much more obvious. Man, this hourly time frame, it just shows me a bunch of bear flags and bull flags. So yeah, and this bear flag being this wide and volatile, we would expect this to, yeah, everything's lining up for a drop is what I'm saying. I would be, oh yeah, and by the way, before I go, August and September tend to be the worst, months for tech. So what does that mean? Oh no, Shades, you're saying that August and September it's going to be horrible. We're going to, drop. Well, yeah, that's the data, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's opportunity. That's what that is. If we drop for the next 2 months, if the next 2 months are weak and tend to be cause tech to come down nice and cheap, what is there to be concerned about? I'm not concerned. Cool, I get to buy my favorite stocks cheaper. That's all that is. So at least according to this data here, August and September tend to be weak, those months. So let's just see if it corroborates. Let me look at, is corroborates the right word? I don't even know. I just threw the word out there. Corrugated? Okay, I'm joking, guys. I know corrugated has nothing to do. It's not the same thing. It has to do more with boxes. Anyways. So July, let's look at July. Where's July on this? So, oh wow, that's funny. So here's July, big red candle, August, and then September. So August is a red month here, then September we surge. July, green, so we would dump for August, and then maybe another surge, a rebound. Yeah, that would actually make sense too. Let me look at the previous July. Man, August is just ugly. You guys seeing this? Look at August, red candle. August 2024, big red candle here. August of 2023, big red candle again. Let's look at August of 2022. Small little green candle, so we didn't really go much of anywhere. July, August. Man, you know what? I don't know if it's even reliable. But one thing's for certain. September, big green candle. Where's September? Small little red candle. I would say the data is inconclusive at this point. Green candle. So it looks like in August we don't really, we either go down or go not much of anywhere. And then September is when we start getting the pump. If that makes sense, right? So here's August, and then September we get the big pump. August, and then we get we get green is really the point. It's not so much about the big pump. It's about this pattern of we have a red August followed by a green September is what I'm seeing here. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but that's what I'm seeing. With this is the only time 2021 was special though, but 2021 was the only time we had a green August and then followed by this huge run up to 34. So it's going to be very interesting, just based on the seasonality data here. it's gonna be interesting how we move the next couple of months. But if anything, if you see the pattern that I'm seeing, this is screaming a buy opportunity for August. So let it drop in August, and then, or yeah. So basically, use August as the accumulation. Like that's your accumulation. Wait, isn't earnings coming up? It always drops on earnings, if I recall, right? Yeah, I almost forgot about earnings. Earnings comes out, yeah, next week. So I think it comes out the same day Mara stock gets earnings on Wednesday. Yeah, yeah. So I would wait until after earnings to add a position because it usually drops on earnings. But also we know that around August, it tends to, have a very weak August. Closes red. So the whole month is just red. It's just downside. And then it recovers for September. Isn't that interesting? So if anything, if you want to like trade off the monthly, you would wait till August, end of August. Like literally at the end of August is when you would buy. Like on the 29th, 30th, or 31st or whatever. That's when you would buy. Because I know some of you are like, wait, what? So yeah, this is such a good opportunity. I know people are like, oh, I don't want it to go down. I want it to, yeah, I get it, but I'm the opposite. I want things to go down so I can buy cheap. So August, where's August? Come on, guys, you got to hit that like and subscribe button for this kind of data. So August here, big red candle, you would just buy at the end of August. So 364. Then September, you sell the position at the end of September because that's a whole month of green. And you would have doubled your money, right? Because you would have bought at 360 and sold at 834. You don't try to capture the absolute bottom or top. You just buy the bottom of that monthly red candle that supposedly comes out based on this data that I'm seeing here every August, and then sell in September on that big green candle. Or even if it's small green candle, whatever, on the green, just sell for a profit. Because if a green candle follows a red candle, that means you're in the green. So let's look at the previous, where is it? So here's August, huge drop. You bought at around what is this? Let me zoom in. Yeah, you bought it around 604 and it closed at 6. For that next month that followed, you closed at 6.23. Ha! You only made like 19 cents. That kind of sucks. But 19 cents is 19 cents. It's better than losing. This was August was like the small little green candle. September red candle. Here you would have. In fact, if August closes green, you just wouldn't want to buy because that's just weird. Because like, wait, why are we closing green in August, right? So the play would be still like if August closes green on Apld, I would just not even bother like buying because it's like the whole point is to buy a discount. And a discount means we would want to buy like a big drop like this, a big red candle, which is then followed by a monthly green candle, and we can make significantly more gains. Like if you bought here at $1.07 and then sold the next month at the top, not at the top, but at the end of the month at 2.21, you would have made money. That's what we're looking for. So it has to close. I guess the strategy here is if Apld closes red in August on the monthly time frame, buy. Else, don't buy. That's it. Let's just break it down to a simple algorithm. Because if you buy the green candle, if next month is green for this stock, you'd be chasing at that point. So that makes sense. Because then you might get screwed in September. I don't know. It depends. We're using the monthly time frame to come up with a strategy, which it makes it simple because it's just a matter of buying and holding for a whole month. Or waiting a whole month for it to get cheap, then buy at the end of the month, and then hold for another month and take profit for those 30 to 80% gains, depending on how much it runs up. July, so this August closed green, and yet it still continued higher. So, Either way, August is it's nothing more than a buy opportunity if you wait till end of the month to load up, if you're willing to hold. Because I know some people. There's this one guy in my Discord, Jeff. He does not. He wants to make money every single day, and that's just ridiculous. That's just silly. Because we're not even that kind of Discord. We're the kind of Discord where we swing trade. We sit on positions to capture the 50 to 80%. I mean, I've been day trading more because we're in a bull market. Why wouldn't I day trade when everything just keeps going up. But for the big swings, you have to hold for a few months. Too many people, they want to score 50%, 100% in one day. Like, they want to make a lot of money every single day. And that's just, no, that's not what we're about. We're about buying, let's say, here, and then it surges 50%, 80%, and we hold for that swing. That's a whole green. Look at this. This is a whole green month. Like, this is, you had to wait a month for this to play out and move 50 to 80% in your favor. Too many. I've noticed right now in this bull run, at this point in time, as of this video, a lot of people being very greedy. And when you look at the greed index, I think we're at the extreme end, right? Greed index. So a lot of people are kind of spoiled right now because everything just keeps going up, and they're like, "Oh my God, I make money every day." But the party, the party's gonna end at some point. So yeah, we're kind of on the edge of extreme greed and greed. Huh. Yeah, once we get into extreme greed, we're probably going to, at some point, go the other way. And people are going to get scared, and that's when you want to buy, when everyone's scared. So I give APLD a long-term buy. Price target, as of right now, I would look to buy under 1050, 950 to 1050, and look to sell at around 15 for a nice 50%. Yeah, about 50%. Be willing to hold for months. It's not going to happen right away unless they drop a catalyst. Be willing to hold them for months. You want to buy when no one wants it anyways. You don't want to chase when it's running up. You want to buy when no one wants it. Then the catalyst comes in out of nowhere and it sends it soaring. Too many people, they'd rather make like 5-10% on one trade, taking risk, day trading, chasing momentum stocks, than just buy when it's cheap and sit on it for months, and then it goes up 50 to 80% or more, and you made a lot of money doing fuck all. That's what it is. I'm liking this. I know some people are concerned about August, and I'm like, August? What is there to be? I get it that every August the stock market tends to be weak, especially tech, but that's nothing more than opportunity, as I just showed you here. So it's up to you how you want to play it. I mean, you can use either strategy. But I think I'm going to stick with the monthly strategy on this one. This is, I want to see if it closes red for the month. In August, then I'll buy at the end of the month, on that last day of the month. And then hold for another month, for the month of September. That's what I'm thinking. That's just more of my style than, constantly trying to time. Day trading. When you're day trading APLD in this case, you're really just trying to time, you're trying to time these green candles, because those are the candles that you want to trade, right? You want to trade you want to trade these green candles, but the thing is, you don't know. Like, you don't know if it's going to be a green candle or red candle for that day. You don't. So you have to have a strategy for day trading. You have to sit there, watch the position. It's just not my style. If anything, if you want to day trade it, you would have to just wait for it to come back to the 50, and then, buy it up, and then it pumps, and you can, flip it. But that's just, again, not my style. Screw that. I don't want just 20, 50 cents. Day trading works if you have, like, the account size, because you can buy, like, 10,000 shares and flip it for, 10 cents. You just made a quick grand. But if you have a small account, you really, like, if you have an account under 20K, 30K, you really should be focused more on the swing trades to capture the bigger percentage return. All right, that's it for the video. I'm rambling too much about. I've noticed too many people, they I don't know, they're just flipping for 10 cents, 20 cents here, even though they have like a small account size. Like, if you have like a 6-figure account, you can buy a big position right here at the 50 EMA, flip it for 10 cents and make a quick grand, $5,000. No problem, right? Because you have the account size for that. But these people, some of the people in my Discord, they have a small account, like under 10K, 20K, and they're just flipping for like 10 cents. And I'm like, bro, you're just going to grow real slow. Just better to swing trade and focus on, the focus shouldn't be on making money every day. The focus should be on capturing those big swings every month or every 2 months, 3 months. Depends on the play. So APLD, good opportunity. That's it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.